I think it was around 10 years ago now that I assembled my first very entry-level CNC machine. And even with how rudimentary that machine was, I was able to make some cool projects and had a lot of fun with it. So when Makera reached out and wanted to sponsor a video and send me one of their CNC machines, I was more than happy to collaborate. The Carvera Air is a much more advanced machine than what I had before, so it's going to expand the technical capabilities for what I can create here in my studio. Now, while the Carvera Air is a desktop machine, don't let the small size fool you. This is still quite a capable machine. With a 200-watt motor, it can easily cut aluminum, brass, and copper, and while it's probably pushing the limits a bit, it can also handle harder materials like steel and titanium for short periods of time. While the build volume is on the smaller end of the spectrum, it's a great machine for high detail work with a 0.01 millimeter repeatability that makes it extremely high precision, and also has a bunch of great features that make it both efficient and user-friendly, like quick tool changing, auto probing, leveling, and calibrating, built-in Wi-Fi and internal memory. It's fully enclosed. There's ports on the outside for attaching an air assist pump and attaching a vacuum for dust collection. And there's even an option for a fourth axis if you want to expand its capabilities. One of the first things I made is this focus ring for the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 close-up lens. I had originally designed this to be 3D printed, but I thought it'd be fun to make a one-off out of aluminum using the CNC. And I really like how this turned out. This focus ring gives you a visual reference so you can tell if the lens is focused closer or further away. And it's also just more to grip onto and makes it easier to focus the lens as well. Up next, there's an accessory that I want to make for the DJI Osmo Nano. Sometimes I want to use this camera just as a standalone device, but it's a little awkward to hold on to just because of how small the camera is, and be great if there was just a little grip on the side to hold on to. So while I work on that, I'm going to show you all of the steps necessary in order to take something from being an idea in your head to being a physical product. It's not going to be a step-by-step tutorial, but I'm going to give you a general overview of the workflow necessary in order to use this machine. Now, the very first step of creating something completely custom is to actually make the 3D model, which is what I'm doing here. And it should be noted, this software does not come with the Carvera Air because there's way too many different 3D modeling softwares to choose from. But the one I'm using here is called Plasticity, and it works really well for engineering purposes. Once I had my 3D model prepared, it was time to move into the next step of the process, which is to turn the 3D model into toolpaths, which will define exactly how the CNC machine is going to go about cutting a solid piece of material into the shape of the 3D model. And for this, I'm going to be using the Makera Cam software, which is free software that is included with the Carvera Air. Now, because of my previous experience, I already understand how the hardware side of this machine works, but it still took me a solid afternoon of just walking in and watching tutorials to wrap my mind around how the software works. In my opinion, it was a pretty steep learning curve to understand everything, though I do think Makera has done a good job of making it as beginner-friendly as possible by including materials and sample projects with step-by-step instructions, and they have tons of tutorials on their YouTube channel. So you can definitely still get started with this machine, even as a complete beginner. The toolpaths you generate are going to differ quite a bit depending on what you're trying to make, but for my project here, it was mostly a matter of just selecting the different surfaces, choosing a carving bit for the job, and then generating either a relief or a pocket path. And then I also created one contour path, which would cut around the outside perimeter of the model to completely detach it from the rest of the material right at the very end. And now that I have all of the cutting paths generated, I can export them as G-code. And now it's time to move on to the third and final piece of software, which is also included with the Carvera Air, which is the Carvera controller. My computer is connected to the Carvera's Wi-Fi, so this piece of software is now actually in control of the machine. From here, I can access the machine's internal storage and upload the G-code files. At this point, I'm about ready to activate the machine, but of course, I first need to prepare the piece of material that I'm going to be using and attach it to the work table on the CNC. And now I'm finally ready to hit start on the machine. After starting it up, the first thing that the machine does is prompt me to install the probe. This only takes a second and the machine is back to work as it begins the auto leveling process. After that, the probe gets swapped out with a router bit and it will finally start actually cutting. If you're in the market for a desktop CNC, the Carvera Air really is a phenomenal piece of hardware. There's a link for it in the description below. Check out some more of my videos over here, and I'll see you over there.